Okay, so like right here. Okay. Let's go back a little bit. So, wind type character following the path of nihility. So use their cards. Cool, cool. So basic attack or skill, there's a chance to inflict the Arcana Destiny card. So I know it's hard to see, chat. Let me make it full screen. But you can see after she applied that, you get this status up here that has got 2 stacks of presumably this is Arcana, okay? So it says that she's got a chance to inflict on her basic or on her skill. Similar to Sampo has a chance to apply wind shear with basic or skill. It seems she's going to function in a similar means. Meaning she's going to need some level of effect hit rate in order to guarantee that she applies Arcana stacks to the enemy. So we can see up top that she attacked and boom, there's 2 stacks of it. So it's a special type of DOT, and it can be stacked. So now she did what I assume is her skill, and now we're up to 5 stacks of Arcana. So we went from, I assume it was a basic, it had 2 stacks of Arcana, used the skill, now it's up to 5 stacks of Arcana. As the stacks pile up, this is what I saw yesterday. So as they pile up, the Destiny cards will be upgraded. So we all know that Gunaifen has the opportunity to apply Burn. Okay, so now she's got, or not she, but the enemy's got 5 stacks of Arcana, a stack of Burn, a defense down, and a shock on them. Now Kafka goes, okay, well we lost the shock. Okay, so this is not continuous then. I thought it was going to be continuous. Anyway, in this instance, we have 4 stacks of Arcana, 1 stack of Burn. So, after Kafka triggered all the DOTs, it made the Arcana stacks jump up from 4 to 6. Now, the way that I believe that this is going to function, from what I saw yesterday, again, shout out, I was watching Kushball watch a MrPokke video, and honestly, I was playing Power World, so I wasn't paying that close attention. But I believe, because this enemy already had 2 DOTs on them, one being Arcana and one being Burn, when Kafka triggered them and made the Arcana go off and made the Burn go off, it added 2 more stacks because 2 DOT statuses were triggered. Yes, so either when the enemy's turn comes up and it gets triggered naturally in the turn order, or if a character like Kafka artificially triggers those DOTs, it seems that every time a DOT, being Arcana or your traditional shock, wind shear, burn, or bleed gets triggered, it adds an additional stack to the Arcana stacks. Now, is there a maximum for this Arcana? I do not know. I assume it's not going to stack forever, but something that we did learn from the live stream as well is that it builds up over time. So unlike Kafka, where she like instantly is getting damage based off the amount of stacks on there, Black Swan's Arcana is something that seems to build up over time, so her damage is going to ramp up throughout the duration of the battle, which is slightly different.
没错，它的配对其实非常灵活。
So as long as you keep stacking Arcana, you'll be able to deal considerable damage to enemies. So this doesn't say anything about the Arcana stopping at a certain amount of stacks. It just says as long as you're able to keep stacking it, the damage is going to keep going up. I'm curious if they'll show any other like visual cues. Okay, your ultimate is like the sickest looking ultimate in the game. Instantly the best ultimate ever. Holy shit, this is sick. But will it apply Arcana? So, this might be all that they talk about Black Swan here. And remember, at the beginning they said her basic or her skill has the opportunity to apply Arcana. Now, that doesn't mean that the ultimate won't also have that opportunity, but it was not mentioned. So maybe all of her abilities have that opportunity, or maybe it is limited to the basic and do the skill. That's something we're going to have to wait to find out. Yo, Moonlit, what's up? Welcome in. I think that's all they say. Yeah, so now they're talking about Sparkle. But yeah, so that is an interesting mechanic for Black Swan to consider. Now, because of that, it does, insinuate that she's going to be good in combination with other DOT applicators, meaning Sampo, Gwenaifen, Luca, your traditional DOTs that we've been running with Kafka should also function well with Black Swan. Obviously, Kafka is going to enhance and essentially increase the ramp up of Black Swan's Arcana stack damage. There's other characters that can also apply DOTs like Asta, Hook, Serval. Maybe there's a couple other ones, but those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. So if you're already running a Kafka team, I look at it like this. You could use Kafka and Black Swan in combination, and clearly they should work well together. But I don't think they are limited to working with one another. You could run Kafka in a team with some people that apply DOTs. You could run Black Swan in a team with some characters that apply DOTs. Or you could run them together. It's going to be interesting, and until they give us how Albert usually gives us the breaking down of the characters, until we get that video or we get the Hoyo post giving us what the additional traces are going to be, those major nodes, the 3 of them that we get, until we get more information like that, it's going to be hard to tell exactly how she's going to function, but that little snippet from the live stream right there does give us a pretty solid idea.